Hello, welcome. I am super excited to show you my green screen. Now it's not set up properly. There's creases, so I need to iron those out. There's also other things I need to get sorted. It needs to be a little bit straighter, not move so much. But once I get it all sorted and I use my DSLR, which is on its way, instead of my phone, it should all look pretty spiffy. And with the green screen, I can do this. I can also do something like this. So I can do things with a green screen that I couldn't before, which is kind of exciting. I've also got new lights, and again, they're not really set up optimally, and they can only do so much. The creases kind of negate the effect a little bit because it creates shadows, but there's a light here, there's a light here, and I'm not entirely sure how to set it up properly, but I've got one high, one low pointing behind me mostly. We'll see. I kind of need more space, but I don't have that. Yeah. So, new lights, green screen, new camera on the way, production quality is gonna go. So I hope you guys are excited for that. I am super excited, and it's going to be really cool. I have a bit of an announcement before we get into the meat of this video. I'll be going away for the next few days. Tomorrow I leave for Denmark, and I'm there for a few days with some co-workers. And then I come back on Sunday, so then everything's back to normal for the most part at least. In that time, I won't be making any videos other than the vlog I'll be recording, but I might make a new video just tonight. So you have this one, and then you have tomorrow, and then that'll have to just, keep going. Maybe it's going to be a matte sound video. I don't know. We'll see. Today, we're going to unbox a box, and I'm going to unbag a bag. We're going to start with the bag, because I've forgotten a knife for the box. If you're wondering why I soft speak in this video instead of whispering, it's because this bag makes a lot of noise, and so to counteract that, I'm gonna soft speak instead of whisper. This is a big bag of stuff, and it's pretty valuable stuff, for me anyway. So, remember how I talked in my last eating video about TooGoodToGo, the app where you buy stuff from grocery stores and restaurants and so on? Well, I went to a grocery store this time, and this time I paid about $6 for the stuff. And I am blown away by the amount of stuff that I got, and we're going to just go through that. And that should further cement why you should get this app too. I am not sponsored. I wish I was. I'm going to see if I can be, but man, it's a pretty kick-ass app. It's available in 8 different countries in Europe, so I think. Lots of paper crinkling. Paper crinkling. I hope you're ready for a lot of crinkling, because that's half this video. The first item is this. This is a loaf of bread, and I got to choose this too. Normally the mystery bags just have random stuff, but they also allowed me to choose a loaf of bread. This one here normally costs about $4.50 on its own, and the only difference is I got it late in the day instead of early, and that's it. The bread is good as new, basically. I'm gonna go away to Denmark, so I'm probably gonna freeze this for the most part, but hey. Okay, so that's a shame, but that's just bad timing. It's not like their fault. So I think that's awesome. I'm just gonna have to put it down on the ground because, I also got this fancy little thing. This is called frukostbricks, which I guess translates to breakfast. Maybe it's just meant to be like a sort of English Norwegian word. What, you're supposed to make sort of a bread out of it anyway. You mix it with water, and then you form it into the shapes that you want, and then you put it in the oven for about 15 minutes, and you get bread, essentially. Simple. This costs about $4.50 again, or maybe $4.20, hovering around there more like. So we're already above what I paid. The total cost of this whole bag is about $35 normally, and I got it for $6. So yeah, get hyped. Then we have these. These are sort of lollipops with a caramel center and chocolate coating, mostly soft, sort of toffee-like, and it's kind of nice. Pretty good shit. I think that's about $2.20 or so. I also have this. These are chocolate coated peanuts. I think this is again normally like maybe $5, a little less, hovering around there. I worked this all out before, but they're not cheap. And I decided to open it, so num num. Then we have a bunch of mini baguettes. These things, again, are not cheap. It's another few dollars to add to the mix. Probably really nice. They're not like a cheap brand, they're just regular brand name kind of stuff you'd pay good money for normally. Then we've got 3 of these babies. Chopped tomatoes. I don't typically use these, but I will find a way to integrate it into my meals. Of course, this stuff I think is out of date. Most of the stuff is, but it's the kind of stuff that is out of date but still good to use. So I'll find a way to integrate that into the meal. I've got 3 of those, so that's another $2.30, I think. Give me a sec. I'm back. And then I'm gonna put the bag down. I have 2 chocolate bars. Now, this one here typically costs about $6 on its own. Yeah. Maybe a little bit less, like $5.80, $5.70. Whereas this one, I think, costs 55 kroner typically, which makes it nearing like $7, maybe even above $7 for just this chocolate bar. This thing alone costs more than the entire bag of stuff that I got. Welcome to Norway, where chocolate is expensive. So, I am super pleased with what I got. There's so much stuff, and it's still good. So, if you're the kind of person who thinks that shit's gotta be expensive all the time, it doesn't, as long as you live in certain select countries. Look it up if you can find this app. TooGoodToGo. Get it. Take pictures. I'm fucking serious. Take pictures of the stuff that you get and tell me the price. Send it on Twitter or on Snapchat, and I'll include it in the video in the future because I'm super hyped to see what you guys find around the world or around Europe, as the case may be. I think it's such a cool idea, and I said this in the last eating video, but I'm just like, oh, it's so cool. So So I'm just getting like a bunch of stuff for less than I would otherwise, much less, which is a godsend for me because I like to eat the same cheap meals over and over, buying in bulk, and it's kind of boring, I suppose. Well, now I have an excuse to kind of go a little bit outside of that because it's so ridiculously cheap. So, pretty hyped. Two seconds. Alright, the box. I've taken the privilege of cutting it up a little bit. We're still gonna have to do that kind of thing. This is the start of something fantastic that is long overdue. And if you're into computers, you'll like this, so stick around. I gotta put this stuff down, there's not enough space. Space. What do you think this is, huh? Some of you will know what this is. I'm going to take this bubble wrap and remove it. Pretty hyped. This is a Threadripper 1920X CPU that I got for about $530, hovering around there, which that's including tax, by the way. In Norway, that's not bad. It was a little bit cheaper for a bit, for a little while it was cheaper, and I didn't buy it then because I was kind of waiting for the 24-core 2970WX to come out and see how they compare, but I decided to get this instead now that it's cheap before it runs out, because this is the previous generation, and then rather upgrade to the 7nm 32-core next generation. So as I said, this is a Threadripper 1920X. If you're not into computers, you have no idea what that is. What is that? It is a CPU, a computer processor. It has 12 cores and 24 threads at I think a base clock of 3.4 gigahertz. 3.5 base, 4 gigahertz boost. I'm going to overclock this boost to probably a stable 4 gigahertz if I can on an air cooler. I'm going to be getting a Noctua, what is a UH14 Threadripper edition, or is it US 14? You know what I'm talking about, the Threadripper cooler, the big one. It should be able to support this baby on 4-core or full core, the all-core 4 gigahertz frequency. Now this thing has an unlock the power thing at the back. I'm not going to unlock the power. I need to rip, and it's going to be a little while before I build this computer, and I will make a video of that when I do, because I've only got this CPU right now. But over the next few months I'll be buying parts as I can afford them, and hopefully by the end of the year I'll have a brand new workstation grade computer, or pretty much workstation, very enthusiastic grade consumer computer, but it's it's on that line of workstation and consumer product. because I make videos a lot, and if I'm going to be doing chroma keying, live streaming, and a bunch of other video work with high quality video files, I figured I need a computer to match. So I'll be upgrading from a 6700, an i7 6700 non-K, so that's 4-core, 8-thread, locked at 3.4 gigahertz. So this is, at base clocks, this is still about 3 times the speed, because video editing software can take care of as many cores that I can throw at it. So in terms of export times and certain tasks, it'll be 3 times as fast, or up to. When I overclock it, it'll be more than 3 times as fast in terms of multi-core workloads, and for games it'll be faster as well. So this will be a hell of an upgrade, and I am hyped as fuck. When I eventually upgrade from this will go in my LAN computer, because that'll be what I do with my i7. I'm going to put that into another computer where I have that as my small LAN party computer. Now you might be thinking, after showing all this equipment, how the fuck can you afford that shit? So much for poor man. Starting in August, I had a bit more income, and that'll be going for at least a little while longer. And I don't know exactly how long, but potentially till like June of next year, I'll have a little bit more income. And it has to do with my autism diagnosis and how Nori works, because I wasn't diagnosed before like a couple of months ago, and gave me some more rights. It also means I'll be having some more close, what do you call it, like they're going to be talking to me more, be more active with me getting into the workplace and so on. Long story short, I have this extra funds now for the next little while, because of my diagnosis and having my application for it accepted. And so I've decided to invest at least a good portion of it into equipment that I'm going to be using. Toys, if you like, but no, I use this for what I consider to be basically work. And if I invest in this now, this will last me for the next few years, and I think it's a worthwhile investment. I still eat cheaply and buy in bulk, and now that I have an app like TooGoodToGo, I'm still going to have cheap meals and whatever. That's still going to be my mentality. I still don't go out much. I'm still just kind of me, but with the opportunity to buy equipment, which means you will also benefit from extra nice videos, and it gives me some more motivation to actually make videos on the times that I feel a little down. So it's really cool. I'm really happy with this shit, and I can't wait to get it all together. It's gonna be pretty sweet. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and so on. Also, get TooGoodToGo, buy some stuff, send me pictures. I want to include it in another video, or like future videos basically. It'd be really cool to develop a little community around that, so do that. A few of you have already downloaded it and have looked into it, so I hope to get some pictures, but I want more of you to do so go get it. Alright, I'm gonna go. I gotta edit this video, and I might record another one just to have another one up. So, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.